And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Welcome aboard. Today we are back in North Eleuthera, and we're going to be making our way over to the wonderful DR party destination of the world. So we're actually supposed to be going to MCAT. I don't remember the exact name, but it's in Haiti. That's where we're supposed to be going, but for some reason that airport isn't in the SimBrief database, so it's not Navigraph. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to fly there, because as you know, we're doing the World Update 16 tour. Having said that, we had to call an audible, so today we're going to be heading over to Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. So our flight time today is going to be 1 hour and 50 minutes in the air. Cruising out to, it's going to be 29,000 feet, and I'm not even going to bother with the weather because it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Pretty much going to have great weather from here all the way down to the Dominican Republic. So we are all ready to go. Just have the checklist up here. Let me just double check things. So we're on the before taxi takes list. Sorry, the before taxi checklist. We're gonna do the before takeoff checklist once we hit the hold short point. Yeah, but we are basically good to go. If you hear a little bit of rumbling noise, that's FS Realistic. And I'm not sure what that sound is supposed to be. I guess cockpit ambiance, maybe. Engine vibrations, maybe. Nope, it's not that. Yeah, I'm not sure what that noise is, but anyway, we are gonna get going, and so we're gonna be departing today from runway 25 here in North Eleuthera, which means we're gonna be turning right, and we're going to be heading on our way. Once again, we're going to be saying goodbye to North Eleuthera. Absolutely wonderfully done. Honest, based on the wind, I'm kind of wondering why we got runway 25 for takeoff. In fact, let's make life easy for ourselves. Let's depart the other way, which means we're going to depart runway 7, I believe. So we're just going to stay on this side of the runway. Once we get to the end of the runway, we will do our before takeoff checklist. And then we will head out, folks. Absolutely loving flying this Visionjet again. Just this view is pretty unbeatable from inside the cockpit. It's a very good jet for exploring. I still want to try something else, and we'll see how that goes. I want to thank everyone who watched our last Visionjet video. It actually got good views, well, for my channel. Last when I checked, it's about 255 views, which is, I know that's not a lot for other channels, but for me that's actually pretty good. Most of my channels get between like 60 to 120 views maybe before things kind of tank. So I'm glad that this one did well. Just in general, my past 4 or 5 videos so far have done pretty well, so I'm happy about that. That consistent upload is paying off, so I just want to continue that trend. Here we are coming to the end of the runway. Our rotate speed today is going to be 90 knots. We are actually very heavy because we need a lot of fuel in order to get to Puerto Plata, and we are actually pretty heavy as well. Alright, so we're going to turn around here and line up. As I mentioned before in a previous video, we are running auto FPS. So that should be giving us a little boost in frames. Oops. Actually hit the parking brake by mistake. Alrighty, so let's go through our before takeoff checklist before we get out of here. Departure briefing is already done. We'll get our landing lights on. Probe heat switch is on. Engine icing switch as required. Wing stab icing or wing and stabilizer icing is off. Cast messages, just the parking brake that we have to worry about. Trim is already set, flaps at 50 degrees, and there is no takeoff Emer bat cast message. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Alright, gonna get the tablet down. Oh, I turned on the noise reduction by mistake. You can go ahead and keep it up. I'm not going to use noise reduction today. Alrighty folks, we are ready to go. Parking brakes are on. Just going to punch the thrust all the way up to takeoff. And we are going to get out of here. When we depart, we're going to make a right turn. And we're going to get onto our flight track, which is going to be taking us southeast. We are hitting 90 knots now. The plane is trying to take off, so rotate. Just absolutely jumped off the runway just now. I'm going to set our trim. Gear up. And let's do the left turn. And we're just going to enjoy this view. Departure. Seems a little stuttery for some reason. Not too sure why. Alrighty. I'm just following the flight director right now. Still hand flying it. Gonna bring our throttles back to MCT. Flaps are up. Just gonna bring the nose up again. There we go. Alright, gonna get our autopilot on. Autopilot is on. And let's do our auto throttle as well. Let's get that on. Should probably dial that back a little bit. FMS has our climb set at 165 knots. And we're going to get back onto our flight path real quick. So sync our heading. Let's turn back towards our flight track. There we go. I will go outside and just get a little, just get a quick screenshot. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This flight simulator has definitely done it's definitely done the Caribbean justice. I absolutely love flying here. So much more enjoyable than X-Plane. So just actually gonna turn off auto throttle for a quick sec. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So we're just continuing our climb right now. Let's see. There we go. Forgot to put it into flight level change mode. I was wondering why it wasn't trying to like get the speed synced up. Always forget that. But yeah. So right now it's just leveling off until our speed increases to 165. Then it's going to start the climb again. And we're about to intercept our flight path really soon. In the meantime though, let's do our after takeoff checklist. Or our climb checklist. Thrust lever is set to MCT. Engine parameters look good. Cabin pressure looks good. Ice protection is as required. Don't need it right now. And our transition altitude is going to be at 18,000 feet. So we have a long way to go before we reach that. Outside of that, the climb checklist is complete. So, as I mentioned, we're going to Puerto Plata today. So, let's just do a quick discovery of Puerto Plata and see what it is all about. So, Puerto Plata is such a gem of a destination. Let me tell you about it. So first of all, just picture yourself surrounded by stunning beaches with golden sands and crystal clear blue waters. Did the toilet just flush? The toilet just flushed. All right. That's Puerto Plata for you. So one of the coolest things about Puerto Plata is its amber museum. So it's like stepping into a treasure trove of prehistoric wonders. You'll find all sorts of ancient fossils and insects preserved in beautiful amber. Speaking of views, you also got to check out Mount Isabel de Torres, and you can take a cable car ride up to the top, and there's this massive Christ the Redeemer statue overlooking the city. Now, if Christ the Redeemer statue is what I think it is that the one where there's like Jesus with his arms held wide? Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it is. Yes, it's a very famous statue. And you've probably seen it. I'm gonna see if I can bring it up here on OBS. So this is it. Let's see if you can see it. There you go. That's the Christ the Redeemer statue right there. I've seen this a lot. So it's pretty, I didn't know that it was in Puerto Plata, unless there's like multiple versions of it, I guess. But yeah, so that's what that is. Let's not forget about the history. So Puerto Plata got this ancient fortress called Fortaleza San Felipe, and it's like stepping back in time to the days when pirates roamed the Caribbean, which is pretty cool, right? Now, if you're up for some adventure, they have the Ocean World Adventure Park. That's the place to be. You can swim with dolphins, you can hang out with sea lions, and you can even get up close and personal with sharks. It's an adrenaline rush for sure. And if you're into rum, gotta visit the Brugal Rum Factory. You can learn all about how they make the delicious Dominican rum, and of course, do a little tasting too. And let's not forget about the carnival celebrations. So picture colorful costumes, lively music, and dancing the streets. It's a party you don't want to miss. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can take a short drive to the 27 waterfalls of Damahagua. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's like a natural playground with hiking trails and stunning waterfalls you can swim through. It's like something out of a dream. So there you have it, folks. Puerto Plata in a nutshell. It's a perfect blend of natural beauty, history, and adventure, just waiting to be explored. So trust me, you're gonna love it. And I'm excited to land there, hopefully in the next hour and 40 minutes or so. All right. So looks like we got a nice tailwind behind us, giving us 15 extra knots. So hopefully we'll get there a little earlier. We're pretty much gonna have a tailwind for the whole flight based on the direction that we're going. But in the meantime, I'm going to just enjoy the view for now. And when we come back, we'll be starting our descent into Puerto Plata. All right. So I'll see you guys soon. It's your boy FlyIslandGuy. I'm out. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting our descent right now to Puerto Plata. If we actually look straight ahead, the airport is actually right in front of us that we're going to be landing at. But we are going to be doing the VOR DME runway 26 approach. So let's just take a look at that real quick while we still have the time. So we don't actually have a lot of time. Alright, as you can see, so we're going to be landing on runway 26, which is going to have us coming in at this pivot waypoint, which we should be popping up at now. Don't know why it's not working, the arrow, but yeah, we're right here at this pivot waypoint, and now we're doing this DME arc to come in on to intercept heading 265 to come in on runway 26. Now I've been doing a VNAV approach in this aircraft, and it's been pretty interesting. It's following the glide path. It's been doing some kind of weird, like up and down sort of things the whole time, and I'm not too sure why it's doing that. So it seems to be struggling a little bit to kind of maintain its descent profile. But for the most part, it is getting us to where we need to be. We already started our descent checklist, and when we kind of get lined up on the runway here, I think we'll do the approach checklist as well, just to make sure we are all set to come in for landing. We are now perpendicular to the runway, 90 degrees. It's the airport. It's the airport right off to our right. See, yeah, we can't really see it off the wing there. Yeah, that's the airport right there. And we're just going to be kind of making a descending, looping approach, coming back towards the runway. Heading towards 10,000 feet now, so let's make sure we get our landing lights on. We're doing about 147 knots. I pretty much have the throttles pulled back to idle, so we're not really going that fast and don't really intend to go too much faster. You can if you want, but I think we're just going to take our time and come in for approach right now. All in all, it's been a good flight. Honestly, I've been just enjoying the views pretty much for the most part. Since we've been doing this World Update 16 tour in the Caribbean, there hasn't really been much in the way of weather that we've had to worry about. So I feel that we're really fortunate. In fact, doing the South America Ops tour, we've also been fortunate enough to pretty much skirt around all the bad weather that's there, which is good, because it's actually giving me the opportunity to get a lot more comfortable inside the PC-12. So I'm really happy about that. I feel a lot more comfortable in that aircraft now, and I actually enjoy getting behind the yoke, if you will. So here's the tiny miracles, and hopefully everything goes well when we come in now for this landing. Hopefully everything is really smooth. It should be, and I'm really looking forward to our approach into Puerto Plata. I think what I'll do is I'll come back when we are about to start our right base onto final, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'll be back soon. Alright, so we are on the verge of starting that right turn. Well, we've been in the right turn all this time. But you know, the right turn that's going to get us onto final. Right now, our initial altitude that we're going to be looking for is 4,200 feet. So once we complete this turn, we should be at 4,200 feet. And from there, we're going to descend to our final approach fixed altitude of 1,800 before we come in for a landing. As I said, it's been an absolutely beautiful approach to Puerto Plata, and the runway is right in front of us now. Just gonna try and slow down a little bit, and I believe 140 knots is our flap extension speed. So now we're descending to 1,800 feet, and then we are going to be preparing for landing, folks. So speed is finally dropping now, and we're going to slow down really fast when we start to get everything extended. Alright, so we're going to get our approach checklist up here. Alright, so we've already done our approach briefing, and all seats are in the upright position. Ice protection is required. Have our landing lights on. We're about to get our flaps to 50, and we're waiting to descend to 1,800 feet. We actually should have our flaps out now, to be honest. But that's okay. We're going to slow down really fast, because we're about to level off soon at 1,800 feet. Absolutely beautiful country here though. This looks awesome. Alright, approaching 1800 feet now. And our airspeed is starting to fall off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and flaps 50. And let's do our before landing checklist. Gonna go flaps full, gear down, cabin pressure is good. Windshield icing switch should be off. And airspeed is getting super low. Should be VRF flushed in. I am going to take control of the aircraft. Alright. We're a little high now, but it's okay. There we go. Speed is good. I'm just gonna get lined up on the runway. As I said, the Visionjet, since it's so small, it's very forgiving. As I always say, it's a very easy jet to fly. Still says we're a little high right now. That's okay.
Minimums 500.
We're gonna continue. Now we're a little low. So just gonna give a little power just to get us back on profile. There we go. The water is so still. It's almost kind of hard to judge where you are. Alright, coming over the threshold now. And let's go for a smooth landing. And it freezes right before touchdown. Awesome. Jeez. I don't know why I would do that. That really messed things up. But here we are. Sim really annoys me sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Puerto Plata. Local time here is roughly about 4:20 p.m. Alright, so we're gonna get our flaps up, and once we get off the runway, I'll get the landing lights off. I'll probably turn them off now. Alright, landing lights right there. Alright, after landing, checklist of flaps are up. Let's get all of our icing systems off. And the probe heat switch can come off as well. Tunnel lights as required. And our brakes are definitely good. I don't know why we got that that lockup right when we're about to land. It's very annoying, man. Do have audio SPF running, set the priority for the sim and everything, so I'm not really too sure what's going on there. But anyway, here we are, folks. Just gonna find a place here to park. It's not too much options. Being sarcastic, of course. Alright. So let's just bring it right here. Alright. Strobes can come off as well. And let's just try and line up right here. It's not actually hard to see outside, so this is perfect. Alright. Cool. Alrighty, folks. We are here. Alright, strobe light is off. Engine stop, and that is it, folks. All right, let's get this door open. And hope that you have enjoyed this flight. I know that I have. Another awesome trip in the Visionjet. And we're gonna have one more flight after this, and I think we might have to use something bigger because I think the distance is gonna be a little too much for the Visionjet to handle. In fact, we are kind of pushing it with this trip. But overall, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you see fit. This is the boy FlyIslandGuy, and I'll catch you on the next one. So make sure to stay safe and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.